Okay, thanks.
All right, now here's the thing about the blackjack player, though. If he is wrong, generally he suffers. Now, if the president is wrong, we all do, which is why Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz of Utah says we're all about to suffer if the president doubles down our throats, still more spending. Congressman, good to have you back.
Hey, fired up. Glad to be with you, Neil.
Well, you heard this blackjack player extraordinaire and probably one of the best on the planet saying, you know, we could all be the fools here. The president could be quite brilliant, quite astute, quite keen, and quite in when we're all out and not getting the brilliance of the move. What do you make of that?
Well, we've seen the president play every one of his cards for the last 12 months, and every time the card's been dealt, we've lost. And we can actually see the cards. And for him to continue down the path to just continue to do more and more spending is not going to change the end equation. We're not going to end up winning the game. That's why we're so frustrated.
All right, but what if he has taken a look at the same hand that you're looking at and gleaned from that an alternative hand, doing things, let's say, with your hand, I'm really pushing this analogy, but it is a losing hand. In other words, it's predictable. A predecessor, Bill Clinton, did it. And while that was then, this is now, different circumstances. He's just got to fine-tune his spend strategy now, and he's going to come up aces. What do you make of that?
Well, I think the public at large totally disagrees. In 2007, our federal budget was $2.7 trillion. The 2010 budget is now $3.7 trillion. We've increased spending nearly 40%. What this country needs is a 10% off their federal government coupon. Let's hand out coupons and let the American people do with this. And if you go to my contract for theamericandream.com, we lay out, look, here's what we need to do. Reduce the federal payroll by 10% across the board. Go figure it out in each department. Cut the capital gains tax to 10% and take the corporate income tax to a flat 10%. Those are the types of game changers that this country needs in order to win the game. But these little games that he's playing on the side and continuing to spend all these billions and billions and billions of more isn't creating success for the person on Main Street. That's why we have guys like Scott Brown in Massachusetts winning elections where you never thought it was possible.
No, your point is well taken, as was the gambler's point before. But I am trying to understand something that on the surface to me, perhaps as a novice gambler, would not understand. And that is that there's maybe something I'm missing, that the gambler pointed out at the outset, that he sees a potential winning hand here, that all of this spending will trigger an economic revival, the likes of which you can't and won't appreciate. And when we see it, it's going to sort of blow our doors off here. What do you make of that?
Well, a 40% increase of federal spending over the last 4 years, and look where we're at today. We are spending too much, we are borrowing too much, and we're taxing too much. To the extent that we can offer tax relief, it'll be very helpful and stimulative to the economy. But the president and I just fundamentally disagree on this, and I also disagree with his approach because what he says and what he actually does are often two different things. And that's, again, part of the frustration that you see coast to coast across the country.
Maybe he's just got those poker eyes, you know, you just don't know. Congressman, thank you very, very much. Good having you.
Hey, thanks, Neil. Appreciate it.